Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the third heat in this second year of Star Trek Mastermind, aka TrekkerMind, because, you know, we have to combine words. We're millennials. So, as I think I already used that joke once, but I am your host, Captain Mike Wilson. Yes, I am 100% that bitch, or should I say 100% that patak, to try and keep it on theme for the day. And I am joined by three brand new contestants who are going to be competing to try and make it to the TrekkerMind final. Two voices that you will have heard before on the channel, and one person brand new to the channel who has decided to dip his toes into being on the channel for the first time in a quiz. So, brave soul. Good luck with that, I guess. But if you're unfamiliar with the game, just quickly going over the rules, it's just exactly the same as the British game show Mastermind. All three of our contestants are not British, so bear with me while I explain things. Basically, it's a two-round game. The first round is on a specialist subject of the contestants' choosing, and you have 2 minutes to answer as many questions as you can correctly. You can pass as many times as you like, but the only time that would matter would be if it's a tie at the end of the round, and then the person with the fewest passes wins. If you give me an incorrect answer, I'll tell you the correct answer. If you pass, I'll just go over any passes at the end of the round. The second round is much the same, except you get a little bit longer. It's 2.5 minutes, and it's on general knowledge, or in this case, general anything to do with the Star Trek universe knowledge, so it can be on absolutely anything. So, I did do a little spin the wheel thing to try and see which order everyone was going to go in before we started recording, and the first name it came up with is Jordan. So, Jordan, if you'd like to pretend that you're joining me on a black leather intimidating check in your style.
I did just get a flood of adrenaline, so I think I'm role-playing quite well here.
Oh, fair enough. So, Jordan, what is your name or handle, and where are you contacting us from today?
Yeah, I am Jordan LaFordan on both Mastodon and Instagram. I'm from Minnesota in the United States, where spring has almost arrived. We're still not quite there yet, but close.
Well, spring arrived for us for all of it, I think, a day here in the UK, and then it was torrential rain the next day. So we have very schizophrenic weather, to say the very least. But very undecided. But anyway, I will have a chat with you all before the second round. But first of all, before we jump in, what did you pick for your specialist subject round?
I picked Star Trek Discovery.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes,
anyone who follows me on social media is shocked right now.
I had fun trying to come up with Discovery questions, but apologies in advance. I think I was accused in the last round of making the questions too hard, but everybody did surprisingly well, so maybe they were just grumbling. But if you're ready then, you have as many questions as you can answer on Star Trek Discovery in 2 minutes. Are you all set, Jordan?
I hope so. Let's fly.
Your time will start when I finish the sentence, and then it will end when you hear the red alert klaxon, although if I'm in the middle of a question, I'll finish answering. So, your time starts now. Question number 1. Who ultimately kills the control-possessed Leland in Such Sweet Sorrow Part 2?
Mirror Giorgio.
Correct. Which Discovery two-parter saw a surprise return of the Guardian of Forever?
Terra Firma.
Correct. In what year does Michael Burnham arrive in the future in That Hope Is You Part 1?
3188.
Correct. We are good at this. The Klingon Vok was surgically altered to take on the identity of which Starfleet lieutenant?
Ash Tyler, the love of my life.
Correct. What new name was given to the planet Vulcan after the Romulan reunification?
Navarre.
Correct. What was the name of Discovery's sister ship, which was also equipped with a spore drive?
The USS Glenn.
Correct. What's the name of Saru's sister?
Sarana.
Correct. The Discovery crew rescued Jet Reno from the wreckage of what ship?
The USS Hiawatha.
Correct. What was Ariam's primary role on the Discovery?
She was the spore drive operator on the bridge. I don't know if that's the official
exactly
title.
Right. Spore drive officer, yeah.
She's also the love of my life, so.
Fair enough. What planet is home to the Kelpian and Baul species?
Kaminar.
Is correct. What species was Commander Narn?
Barzan.
Correct. Rainn Wilson portrays which character introduced in the original series?
Harry Mudd.
Correct. Who kills Captain Philippa Georgiou? You can pass if you like.
Pass. I'm so embarrassed I have to pass.
Fair enough. Which recurring character had been a therapist in the past before becoming a Starfleet flag officer?
Admiral Katrina Cornwall.
Exactly right, correct. The character of Tanavik is the son of which two recurring characters?
Laurel and Vogue.
Correct, and that's the time. Wow, Jordan, you stormed through that. That may well be a contender for our highest single round score.
Let's just go home now.
That pass that I had to do is the most embarrassing pass of my life. Are you kidding me? Okay.
Only you would care that much. By the way, the people that were on yesterday had 7 passes in each round. Pretty much, you got 1 pass, and you answered 14 questions correctly. So your score is 14 going into round 2. That 1 pass that you had, which I'm sure you're going to kick yourself about, the Klingon who killed Captain Giorgio was Takuvma.
I should have just said it. I was torn between Takuvma and Vogue, but
you should have guessed one of them. Yeah,
I should have guessed one of them.
Well, if you'd like to take your seat, again, virtually on the sort of combined couch, and I'll call up the person known as Punk on Bus to the chair for the next round.
So you can imagine what I chose for my specialty category.
Spoilers. So your name is what? Sorry, and what's your name or handle, I should say, and where are you contacting us from?
Yeah, my name is Maurice. For those on Mastodon, I'm Punk on Bus 1701, and I'm contacting you from the coast of the American state of Georgia, where it's always summer, so it's in the high 80s like it always is.
My good friend Scott lives in Georgia. I'm sure you won't know him. It's one of I'm not going to be those annoying person that's like, I have a friend who lives in that massive area. You clearly know each other. But
right.
I know it's a great place. I will visit there one day, I swear. But awesome. As I say, I'll chat to you properly before the second round. But just jumping into the first round, then what did you pick? A spoiler alert for your specialist subject.
I picked the one with the whales.
You did. You picked Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, a.k.a. the one with the whales, as I believe it's been officially renamed by most people nowadays. So.
I just want to go into I want a fucking Blu-ray copy of Voyage Home, where it's the same goddamn box art and everything, but it just says Star Trek IV, the one with the whales, and I want it between everything else, all subtle and shit.
I think you need to be in charge of Trek merch from now on, please. that would make an easy $1 billion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Reversible sleeve. Just do it. Then people, if they don't want it, that's fine. But yeah, reversible, the one with the whales, easy.
Right. Paramount, you're sleeping on this. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's Paramount for you in general, let's be honest.
Yeah, they had the worst merchandising ever. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Right. We're too busy saying that the ship is landing or whatever the heck that promo campaign was, but never mind. Right.
Yeah, so let's please forget that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
TrekkerMind is landing.
Yeah, that's not bad, you know. I might use that now. No, I won't. So, Maurice, anyway, are you familiar with the rules? You watched presumably Jordan's round there, so you're happy to go ahead?
Yep.
Okay, so you know that you have 2 minutes once I give the word to answer as many questions as you can on Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home. And are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Your time starts now. Who directed Star Trek IV?
No, that would be Leonard Nimoy.
Correct. What are the names of the 2 whales in the one with the whales?
George and Gracie.
Correct. What's the name of the first vessel to encounter the alien probe?
The Saratoga.
Correct. Oh, you guys are good. How does Spock define the word joke to Dr. McCoy while initially heading back to Earth?
Oh. Something with a humorous punchline.
Oh, I can't give you... You'll find because it's a story with a humorous climax.
Yeah, exactly.
Who names the captured Klingon ship the HMS Bounty?
That would be McCoy.
Correct. Brock Peters makes his first appearance as which character in this movie?
Admiral Cartwright.
Correct. Where does the Bounty land upon arriving in the past?
Golden Gate Park in San Francisco.
Correct. Oh, wow. Word for word. What is Dr. McCoy's sarcastic reply when Spock says he's picking up a number of distress calls?
I don't doubt that you are.
I don't doubt it. Correct. In what year in the past did the crew arrive to retrieve the 2 whales from?
86.
86 is correct. At what naval base is the USS Enterprise found?
Alameda.
Correct. What material does Scotty have Plexicorp invent?
Transparent aluminum.
Yes, I won't dock you points for mispronouncing aluminium because they did it. So there you go. You're going to like this one. What's the name of the song being loudly enjoyed by the punk on the bus?
I Hate You.
Correct. Gillian invites Kirk and Spock to a dinner of what kind of food?
That would be Italian.
Correct. Dr. Nichols of Plexicorp wears a badge that says what?
I quit smoking.
Correct. When retraining at the start of the film, what question stumps Spock?
How do you feel?
Correct. The actor John Schuck portrays which character that he would reprise in Star Trek VI?
The Klingon ambassador.
Correct. At the start of the film, how many months have Kirk and co been on Vulcan?
6, I think.
Finish. That's 3.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are absolutely storming it. This is clearly the A squad we have here. At the end of your first round, Maurice, you scored 15 points with no passes at all.
Oh,
you did get 2 wrong. So you are currently enjoying a 1-point lead over Jordan after the first round.
I did not expect that.
And Janey is just nervously staring like, fuck this game.
Well, now that we're done with the bridge officers, if you'd like to swing the show to the lower decks, I'm here to give you a nice...
Nothing wrong with the lower decks, but yeah. Maurice, if you'd like to rejoin Jordan on the couch, and Janey, if you'd like to pop up to attempt to try and catch these two.
I'm sitting there halfway through his questions going, I should have picked the one with the whales. I know the answers to all of those. I told you Catherine Janeway like a confident dumbass.
Don't ruin the game just yet. First of all, let me just say welcome back to TrekkerMind. And to TrekkerMind and the Trek channel. You've been on both before. And would you like to tell us your name or handle and where you're contacting us from today?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm at Captain_Janey on Twitter. I'm also on Blue Sky, so because someone was very nice. So at Captain Janey whatever the B Sky thing, B Sky whatever the hell it is. If you have it, you know it. It's fine. It's fine. I host a bi-weekly Zoom show called Trans Slumber Party for the trans and gender non-conforming community. I help my girlfriend Megan as social media director for TGQH, a trans and gender queer in-person meetup thing. And you folks, let me tell you, I am so fucking tired.
I was going to say, you are the hardest working woman on the internet, I think we can officially
I haven't even talked about all the times we have to go to the state capitol and yell at the legislature so they don't pass more fascist laws taking away our health care like they...
Sadly, I think we all know about that, unfortunately. Or at least I hope we all are politically minded enough to know there's a bit of a shit show going on that we kind of need to galvanize again.
I wouldn't say it out loud and remind myself again if I didn't have some concern that, God forbid, there wasn't a cis person aware of it and has a general sense of non-hatred towards me. You gotta hope. I just got it in the grand scheme of things.
We are here to forget our troubles in a sea of all things Trek. So
exactly. I mean, I'm talking about Star Trek. I'm hot. Like, things could be worse.
Exactly. And speaking of Star Trek and women who are hot, what would you pick as your specialist subject for?
Oh my God! Catherine Janeway, because mommy. Yep, mommy. Sorry.
My crush on Kate Mulgrew is now common knowledge. Thank you for outing me on that.
It's good to be open and free with your feelings, sweetheart.
Fair. Well, you're obviously familiar enough with how the game is played. You've played this before. So, as I say, you've got 2 minutes on the clock for questions on Catherine Janeway. Are you ready, Janey?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I knew you were going to say that. Your time starts now. On which ship did Janeway serve alongside Tom Paris's father?
The Albatani.
Correct. What was the name of Janeway's boyfriend who she leaves in the Alpha Quadrant in the pilot?
Oh, Mark.
It's Mark, yeah. Which Equinox crew member does Janeway torture for information, much to Chakotay's chagrin?
Wait, what was that one?
Do you want me to repeat that?
Yeah.
Which Equinox crew member does Janeway torture for information, much to Chakotay's chagrin?
Oh, shit. Pass.
You can't pass, yeah, fair enough. Where was Janeway born?
Oh, Bloomington, Indiana.
Correct. Janeway tells Naomi Wildman there are 3 things to remember about being a starship captain. Keep your shirt tucked in, go down with the ship, and what?
Never leave a crewman behind.
I'll give you that. Never abandon a member of your crew. Despite protocol, how does Janeway tell Harry Kim that she doesn't like to be referred by her officers?
Yep, you're not going to call her sir. I have the same policy.
Correct. What role does Janeway presently hold as of the year 2402?
What position does she hold?
Rank, yeah.
Oh, 2402? Depends on the timeline you're picking, so Admiral?
Admiral is correct, yeah. I was going with the official Picard timeline. What's
There
the
you
name
go.
of Janeway's sister?
Fuck.
It's not fuck. That would have been a very inappropriate
That
name.
would
to
have been,
name.
oh my god, in the 90s on UPN, my groundbreaking. Pass.
Pass. When she was 12, Janeway walked home in a thunderstorm over 7 kilometers because she lost at what sport?
Tennis.
Tennis is correct. And what was the cause of Janeway's father's death? Ignore that timer. I started, so I'll finish.
Oh, god. He died on this. Goddamn fucking ice flow. What is that? Oh, God.
You're so close.
Tau Alpha Prime or some shit. God. It was all sad and everything. I'm like, Eddie, you're close with Eddie. It was like an ice planet or some shit.
You're so close. What was the cause of death?
Bitch froze. I don't know.
Oh, he drowned.
Oh, he
was
drowned.
so close.
Fuck. Yes, because she has a thing with water. The pool is fun because she knows what's at the bottom, but the ocean is scary. Fuck.
Oh, Janey. At the end of that round, you scored 7 points with 2 passes, so not a terrible score by any means. Any other day, it probably might have been
Right.
currently in the lead, but sadly
I
not.
told you kids you wouldn't have to worry.
Well, you don't know. You never know. Anything might happen. Let me just see if I can...
Yeah, there's one more round to go.
Right.
Exactly. Let me see if anybody's playing along at home and you want the answers to the questions that Janey passed. The Equinox crew member that Janeway tortures for information was crewman Lessing, and the name of Janeway's sister is Phoebe.
Fucking Phoebe.
Again, I don't think that's what she was christened, but never mind. Well, in the second round, we normally pick the player who's coming in last place to start proceedings, and Janey, that's you. So you can just stay where you are in this virtual black leather chair.
Wow. This works out very well for me.
That wasn't just me rubbing it in as I tried to find the general knowledge questions. And so, Janey, I forget, what did you pick as your specialist subject the first time you were on TrekkerMind last year?
First Contact.
Oh, you see, so you did pick a movie last time.
I did pick a movie last time. Because that's oh, God. That is the movie I have seen so many times. That is the movie that if, God forbid, I get myself a little drunk while I'm watching it, I will just yell half the movie back to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm the same. I could literally just act it out at this point. I've seen it so many times. I don't even need to have it on. It's like sense memory. But I love that movie. Yeah, fair.
So you're all astronauts, son. I'm going to Star Trek. You know.
That was, for a second there, I was like, James Cromwell, we have a special guest? What's going on?
Surprise, surprise, we do.
Don't criticize my counseling techniques. It's a very primitive culture.
She's been on the tequila again. Oh, no.
Right. There's a theory that the Third World War wiped out the agave crop, and that's why she doesn't know what the fuck tequila is.
Sounds good to me.
We have to prevent the Third World War at all costs.
The moment I heard it, it was like, yes, canon, done.
Absolutely.
Yeah. With it.
But yeah, so as I say, you have been on an episode as well. We also did a review of The Measure of a Man, and we're hoping to have you back on for a proper episode review at some point in the coming year. Right, well, you know that this is the second round, so you have an extra 30 seconds since it's all just general Trek knowledge. Janey, I will give you the shout when you're ready. Are you prepared?
Yeah.
Let me see. So you have 7 points currently, which means that you would need 8 points to tie with the leader, who's currently Maurice, and 9 points would put you in the lead. Right. Your time starts now. What's the name of the Vulcan ship that makes first contact with Earth?
Pass.
Pass, okay. What are the names of Geordie LaForge's 2 daughters?
I don't think I registered their names in my brain, because at the end of the day, it's wrong. He should get married to Data, and they should have robot children, but that's my own thing you don't have to bother with. Let's continue.
Okay, I'm going to put that as a pass. What's the name of the chief engineer on the USS Cerritos?
Oh, God. Billups.
It is Billups, correct. Who played Gul Madred in the TNG story Chain of Command?
Oh, attention, Bajoran workers. God damn it, it's just Gul Dukat again, but before, and then he put the stupid thing on his head. What's his actual...
You can pass, you are timed.
Pass that. Whatever Gul Dukat's real goddamn name is.
It wasn't actually him, but yeah. What was the name of...
Never mind. Move it along. We're running
What was the name of Will and Deanna's son, who they tragically lost at a young age? Way to bring the mood down, Mike.
Good job. Pass.
Pass, okay. What high school does Geordie LaForge say he went to?
He went to Zephram Cochrane High School.
I knew you'd know that one. How many warp nacelles does the Constellation class of starship have?
4.
4 is correct. Introduced to Enterprise for the Xindi mission, what does the acronym MACO stand for?
Military always cool, okay? I don't know.
Military Assault Command Operations. You got one of the words. Who is the Federation president in the year 2401 during the Borg attack of that year?
Me.
It's Anton Chekhov, which I don't think is you. So yeah. Question: What is Captain?
Yeah. That was too recent to be in here forever.
Sorry. What is Captain Archer's favorite sport, which he calls the best sport in the world?
Water polo.
Correct. Who killed Zial while the Dominion were evacuating Deep Space Nine?
Damar.
Damar is correct. Well, Janey.
What kind of people do that shit? Anyway.
I'll reveal your final score at the end of the game, but you did have, 4 passes that I'll go over for you just now. Again, in case anyone's playing along. The Vulcan ship that made first contact, I'm surprised you didn't get this one. It is the Taplana Hath. Geordie LaForge's daughters are called
It makes
Sydney
a better
and
playground anyway.
Fair enough. The actor who played Gul Madred in Chain of Command was the late, great David Warner. And Will and Deanna's son was named Thaddeus, or Thad. Riker. So, if you'd like to take your seat, your quizzing is done, and we're just waiting to see how the other two do. And Jordan, if you'd like to step back up, you are currently, we're currently in second place after the first round. So, take a seat, and we'll get ready to chat.
Here we go, yeah.
How are you doing then, Jordan?
Good. Very good.
Confident?
No. I was fairly confident in the first round where I got to choose my category. General Trek knowledge, there is a plethora of it to know. So we'll see how this goes.
There is several hundred episodes, close to 1,000, I think. But I try my best and keep it as mixed questions as possible. Some easy, some not so much, hopefully.
Yes.
But we shall see. And right. So obviously you picked Star Trek Discovery for your specialist subject round. You already said if anybody sort of follows you on social media or knows you at all, they know you're a huge fan of Discovery.
Yes.
So what is it that appeals to you about Discovery?
Oh, so much. I mean, first of all, the characters and their development, their arcs throughout the 4 seasons so far. Michael Burnham is just a hell of a captain, a hell of a Starfleet officer. It's visually stunning, musically stunning. Anyone who follows me knows that I love Jeff Russo. So someone pointed out on Mastodon a couple days ago that Discovery just has a plethora of science officers. Which is which is true, and I think that I've always been drawn to science officers and the science of Trek, and so give me a ship full of science officers, of course I'm going to love it.
So it's not just all about floating through space on the highway of magic mushrooms.
That's not only that.
Yeah, Jordan, so you have been on the channel once before. You joined me for a review of the Picard episode Assimilation, which I think we both enjoyed. That was good. So we have got an episode where people can kind of get to know your Trek likes and dislikes. But is there anything that you're dreading coming up and anything you want questions on other than Discovery in this round?
I don't know the original series very well. I've seen most episodes, but I haven't seen them for a long time. I'm hoping to rewatch it eventually, but
I say this all the time, but I take the Futurama approach to the original series. 79 episodes, about 30 good ones. So
right.
Yeah.
My knowledge isn't as good about the original series. I hoping there's some DS9 and Voyager questions. Love those, but then I say that, and then if I botch them, I'm going to kick myself. So
yeah, never let people know your strength, because then you'll feel embarrassed. But,
exactly.
Yeah, and again, we're hoping to have you on later in the year for some Klingon talk. Hopefully, we're going to see if we can fit you in somewhere. But
please,
yeah, are you ready, Jordan?
Here we go.
Okay, your time starts now. Where did Decker and Ilea last see each other prior to reuniting on the Enterprise in the motion picture?
Pass.
Okay. Galaxy-class starships typically have how many impulse engines?
2?
It's 3, but it's worth a guess. Which member of the Mako squad was a constant thorn in the side of Malcolm Reed during the Xindi mission?
Oh, I can see his face. His kind of square-shaped face. I don't know. Pass.
That guy from Desperate Housewives wouldn't have been a valid answer. Which Klingon conspired with Romulans, which led to a massacre at Kittimer?
Duras?
It was Duras, correct. Which precious mineral is used to regulate the matter-antimatter reaction in a Starfleet ship's warp core?
Dilithium?
Correct. Which instrument does Will Riker play, frequently seen in his quarters on the Enterprise D?
Trombone.
Correct. What Steppenwolf song does Zephram Cochrane play as the Phoenix blasts off from Earth?
Oh, no. Magic Carpet Ride.
Correct. Janey would have killed you for getting that wrong. What's the name of Riker and Troy's daughter? Sorry, what was the name of Riker and Troy's daughter?
Castro Troy Riker.
Correct. How many Star Trek series has Will Riker appeared in?
Oh.
Jesus.
Worth a shot, just a number.
4?
It's 5.
No.
For anybody at home questioning, it's only Thomas Riker that appears in DS9. That's why it's not 6.
Yeah.
So, main engineering on the USS Defiant spans which 2 decks?
4 and 5.
It's 1 and 2. Which notorious Klingon criminal killed the firstborn children of Kor, Koloth, and Kang?
The albino?
Correct. What's the name of the Janai who Riker began a relationship with in The Outcast?
Oh. Pass.
Gosh.
Okay. Who was the primary designer of the Xindi weapon?
Oh, pass.
Pass. Okay. Riker was duplicated in a transporter accident on which planet?
Oh, the planet? Pass. Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Named for a famous Japanese manga and anime, what class of starship was the USS Thunderchild which helped fight the Borg in First Contact?
Akira?
Akira is correct, as the Saxon goes. Well played. That was very well done. Again, I'll reveal the scores at the end of the round when I give the final rundown. But yeah, you did quite well that round. Not as well as the first round, obviously, but yeah, you acquitted yourself well, and you passed on 5 questions. Decker and Ilea last saw each other on Delta 4 before reuniting on the Enterprise. You left Delta 4, you didn't even say that. The Mako squad member is not Rex from Desperate Housewives, it was Major Hayes.
Yes, of course.
I've now just outed myself as having watched Desperate Housewives to everybody that's watching as well.
I am just about to wrap up season 2 of my Enterprise rewatch, so I timed that poorly.
Dang. Oh, well.
I know.
The Janai who Riker began a relationship with was named Soren. Janey, not a fan of that, I presume. The name of the primary designer of the Xindi weapon, which again you'll get to when you hit season 3, was Degra. And the planet where Riker was duplicated was Nervala 4.
That's right. That's right.
So,
the Outcast has so many complicated feelings for me. You're one trans woman here.
I was going to say it tried, but yeah.
Oh, well, like, here's what happens when a room full of cis people try to make a story about gender. Wah, wah. Yeah. About right.
Sigh. Oh well, Jordan, if you'd like to take your seat next to Janey on the invisible couch, and Maurice, if you'd like to step up, and we'll get chatting and then get ready for your second round.
All right, sounds good.
So, Maurice, this is literally your first appearance on the channel, as I alluded to earlier. So we don't really know anything about your Trek loves other than that you're a huge fan of Star Trek 4, which would have been apparent from the handle Punk on Bus 1701. So, so do you have any particular kind of favorite series, movies, or anything that you wanted to disclose?
No, I'm one of those people that loves all Star Trek. I don't really have one favorite series or one series I don't like. I love all of it. I've always loved all of it. I mean, of course, Generations and Nemesis aren't the greatest, but
I've got
everything can't be the greatest.
True.
Yeah.
Cool. So are you all up to date on Trek? You've seen the recent sort of series and everything as well?
Yep, for anyone that knows me in Mastodon, I get up on Thursday mornings at 3 a.m. to see every episode of New Trek that comes out. So,
wow,
yes,
that's dedication.
Actually 2:30 a.m. Officially, it's 3 a.m., but they come out at 2:30 a.m. and I'm up by then to watch them.
I was foolishly waiting up till 1 a.m. to watch the episodes of Picard as they came out the last season that's just gone, but I don't know why.
Sweetie, I am 30 or 40 years old and do not need that.
30 or 40? Surely you know which of the two it is.
Did you lose 10 years of your life?
Janey's just maintaining lots of mystery. That's what that is. You're not allowed to
I am somewhere between 30 and 40 years old, and I will not tell you which. Oh, Janey, this is why I love having you on the channel. You do bring a sort of humorous energy, if nothing else. Anyway, getting back to you, Maurice. As I say, this is your first time, but we are hoping to have you on for a proper review. Maybe even alongside Jordan later in the year. We're going to see.
Yeah, sure, that would be great.
As well.
We are Mastodon besties, so
they are. Yeah,
I approve of that.
I'm assuming you'd be happy to talk all things Klingon if it came up. So. Yeah, weirdly enough, I think I do have a Discovery episode, which is Klingon focused. It's the pilot, spoilers, as in the first two episodes. So maybe we'll try and get you on for that one if we can work out scheduling. And
yeah, absolutely.
That will please you, Jordan, as a huge Disco fan.
It would indeed.
So anyway, Maurice, you are familiar. You've seen the general knowledge round happen twice now with the other two ladies. So are you confident, or are you dreading anything coming up? Anything you want to see? What's
like I said, this whole experience has been nerve-wracking, but I'm ready. Let's get it over with.
That's right. Well, you were in the lead. You were in the lead after the first round.
Right. That doesn't matter much.
I won't say what you need to win, but suffice to say, it's not a huge amount, but we'll see how we do anyway. And good luck to everyone. So you have 2.5 minutes on just general Trek. And are you ready, Maurice?
Yes, I'm ready.
Your time starts now. What's the equivalent of Klingon heaven where glorious warriors go after death?
Stovacor.
Correct. How many warp nacelles are there on the Starfleet Prometheus class?
Oh my gosh. 4?
It's 5. You're close. Which Klingon weapon does Worf use against the Borg on the Enterprise E Deflect Edition, First Contact?
Oh, this is a Batleth, right?
It's a Mechleth.
Oh, crap. Oh, you're right.
The Kumari is the name of a starship belonging to which species?
Ooh. Pass.
Okay. In Star Trek Beyond, what was Kral's name when he was a human starship captain? And it's not Idris Elba.
Oh, yeah, pass.
Pass. Okay. Which historical figure does Ben Sisko take the place of in the Deep Space Nine story, past tense?
Oh my gosh. Gabe Bell.
Gabe Bell is correct. In Future Imperfect's fake future, who was Riker married to?
He was married to Troy, right? Oops.
No, it was Minuet.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So we knew it was all fake.
Oh.
The USS Protostar uses what to power its advanced proto-warp propulsion system?
A protostar drive.
Yep, that was a bit of a tricky question.
Yeah.
It was right there. What was the name of the cargo ship on which Travis Mayweather was born and raised?
Oh gosh, pass.
Pass. Not an Enterprise fan. The mythical creature Fekler is the guardian of this place where the dishonored go when they die in Klingon culture.
Oh gosh. Oh, pass.
Pass. Okay. What's Riker's response to Picard's statement in Generations that we're only mortal?
Speak for yourself.
Yep, speak for yourself, sir. I plan to live. Which two Xindi subspecies defy peace overtures and ultimately take the superweapon to Earth?
Oh, reptilian and avian?
It's reptilian and insectoid.
Oh, you're right.
What Betazoid term of affection does Riker frequently call Deanna Troi?
Imzadi. If I got that wrong, I'd say I'm not a Star Trek fan.
In the 24th century, what name was given to the ship of the Klingon High Chancellor, the first of its class and the largest of all Klingon battleships at the time?
Oh, gosh, pass.
Pass, okay. Prototaxitus Stella Viatori was a crucial component of which technology?
The spore drive.
It was, yeah. Try saying that 10 times twice. Times faster. To which substance are I've started, so I'll finish. To which substance are the Jem'Hadar kept chemically dependent to maintain loyalty to the Dominion?
Ketracel White.
Is correct. Oh boy, this is going to be a close one. So, I will quickly go over. You did 5 passes in that round, Maurice. And in case anybody's playing along, let me just say what they are. The Kumari was the name of a starship by the Andorians. In Star Trek Beyond, Krall's name was Captain Balthazar Edison before his transformation. Yeah. The cargo ship on which Travis Mayweather was born and raised was the ECS Horizon. Fekler is the guardian of Grethor.
Oh, yeah.
Culture. And I think that was all. Hang on, let me see. Oh, and in the 24th century, the Klingon High Chancellor's ship and the biggest in the fleet is the Negvar, which also gets its name, I believe. So, are we ready? Because we have final scores. Oh, boy. Let me just tot these up. Dear. So, it's very, very close, I can tell you that. And it will surprise nobody to know that coming in 3rd place as our valiant runner-up, but she's been entertaining, is Captain Janey. Yeah. Congratulations and thank you for coming on again. And,
well, I came in knowing I had no time to prepare like I wanted to. I don't know where my copy of the autobiography of Catherine Janeway ran off to, so I had to read the alpha like a sucker. And
Mike, you got to make her your co-host. Just think if every episode were this entertaining.
There we go.
Don't never get anything done.
Who cares?
Putting wrinkles on my breath. No, let me make the funnies and not have to talk. That's all I want. Yeah.
Oh, we love you, Janey. Thanks for coming back on the show. There is only 1 point between 1st and 2nd place. So, the moment of truth, the 2nd place, very close runner-up in this episode with 21 points is Jordan. Jordan, you were so close to winning this. So that means Maurice.
No.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Maurice with 22 points by 1 point right at the end there.
Wow.
You are the winner of this episode and you will progress to the TrekkerMind final.
Wow. I truly did not expect this would happen. Believe me.
You all did really well. You all did really, really well. I was amazed at the skill level in this episode, and I think it's been a really good one, and hopefully very entertaining for everyone. So, Maurice, are you happy to rejoin us when I can schedule the final to see if you can take the whole thing?
Absolutely.
Let me see what I can do, and you will be joining Stephen and DK in the final, and the 3 of you will be competing for the TrekkerMind trophy and some Star Trek prizes. So, do tune in for that when we can get it sorted. We'll let you guys know when it's going to air. And have you all had fun here today?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to think you should have me on the Klingon episode because, I think we've had 2 Stovacor references, and I'm thinking there's got to be a Klingon country song called "There's One More Warrior in Stovacor Tonight."
Or unless they were dishonorable and then they went to Grethor.
Exactly.
Oh, of course.
Like a bat out of Grethor, I'll be gone when the morning comes.
Right. Oh, that's the 2nd verse. Yeah.
Anyway, so cool. Well, that's been fantastic. I've had a really great time. Thanks again, all of you, for joining us to play, and thanks for you viewers for watching. Tune in to catch the final to see who will ultimately win. And in the meantime, do remember, we are Starfleet. Live long and prosper.